What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Morning Coffee. I am your host, Asia. And yes, I am so ecstatic to do this episode today because I really don't know what episode I'm down to right now, but I'm just so happy that I've been consistent. I'm so happy that I've been getting all the love on social media. I'm so happy that everybody is they like the show. People be tuned in. They really do like the show. They like to hear me talk smack. So I'm so happy about that. If you are a every week supporter and you make sure you watch my show, I am thankful to God that you watch the show because you keep me going. But let's get into it. Y'all know before I get into it, I gotta talk about something that is just a sidebar. But first of all, we in the month of May. Today is May 3rd. Understand that May is really that girl. Understand like the May month is really her. And of course, it's the bad bitch birthday in May. So hello. May is really like that transitional kind of month where we'll get some dark days with a little bit of rain or whatever. But for the most part, we getting sunshine, we getting nice weather, we getting warm weather, we getting skin out weather. Okay. Understand that if you a May baby, tourists come first. Yeah, I know y'all Geminis, y'all in the end of May or whatever, but it's tourist season right now. And if you dealing with a tourist, you dealing with the best girl you have ever met in your life. Hello. We're mad loyal, mad freaky. Yeah. If we with you, we with you. And if we your friend, we your friend. We do got our bullheaded ways or whatever. Yeah. And we be a little delusional. We got that delusional gene in us. But May babies is really that girl. Anybody born in May understand that it's a different type of girl. Understand that you getting like 10 people in one. Okay? So shout out to all my Tauruses in May and the Geminis, I guess. But yeah, so it's May. New York City is just so ghetto, bro. Like, imagine me doing a show and I can't, like, all you hearing is honking, all sorts of weird shit going on. But anyways, let's get into the episode. So this episode is going to be on just what's up with the beef between the girls and the diaspora. I want to get into like what's the beef of the African American, Hispanic, Caribbean girls. Like, what the fuck is going on? And I do want to talk more about like where I feel it stem from, and then I'm going to big the girls up too because all the ladies in the diaspora are beautiful and have they great um what's the word? Damn. Anyways, have things about them that really stands out. Okay, the girls in the diaspora have their characteristics and just things about them that I feel is good. Starting off with me, I am African American. I was raised Guyanese. And I had the best of both worlds. I want to tell y'all, like being African American and Guyanese is like you get the Caribbean side and you get the American side, and you also experience just growing up Caribbean and growing up American. So I want to tell y'all a little bit about me. So to be honest with y'all gonna revoke my black card because I did not learn a lot about my African American history till I was like 18 plus, bro. Like everything about me was 100% Caribbean, like everything. Okay, and let me start the timer. So I learned about a lot of my like black roots and like everything black late. I don't even know how to fucking play spades, bro. I don't know how to play spades. So I know that's going to revoke my black card. A lot of the movies I seen after 18, but I still also am tapped in with being African American because I was, like living in New York. You going to know about, the culture of being black in America and being black in the city. So I say that to say I feel like I'm very equipped on speaking about this because I really did experience both. You know what I'm saying? So the girls in the diaspora and the qualities about them that just have us button heads. First of all, I want to start off with the Hispanic and black beef when it in regards to the girls in the diaspora. Now, I think the reason why a lot of black girls have issues with Hispanic girls because the Hispanic girls like to I know black, I Spanish, or I know black, I Dominican. Them, yeah, them. I know black, I Puerto Rico. I even said it right. But I think that's where the beef with the black girls and the Hispanic girls started when Hispanic girls, I'm lying. That's not where it started, but that is one of the biggest issues we have with the Hispanic girls because they like to not claim black. But to me, I don't be mad when they don't claim black. It's a benefit to being black. I love being black. So if you not claiming being black, bro, sure. If you want to claim a language, sure, because being Spanish is a language, but we know, we understand what they saying. They not from America. They from whatever country they from, that speak Spanish or whatever. But I really deep down, and y'all know I'm gonna get real gritty in this shit, cause Morning Coffee is just raw. A lot of the black girls got a problem with the Hispanic girls because from high school they liked to feel superior to us because of our men, black men, choosing Hispanic women over black women. And when they were choosing or is choosing Hispanic women over the black woman, they like to in turn speak horribly about the black woman. And in speaking horribly, the Hispanic woman adopted those ideologies because a lot of Hispanic women are male centered. So they adopted those ideologies and they like to project that onto us. So because they're getting chosen more from black men than black women are getting chosen, they feel superior. So let's dive deep. I want to say I am never upset at a man choosing a Hispanic girl because do you, boo? I do have a problem with the Hispanic girls feeling as if they superior to us because one thing I tell you, y'all, is black men. One thing about black men, they may choose you over the black woman, but they're not changing for you. So if you going to take our crosses, be my guest. Because if that man was abusive, he will abuse you. If that man was a liar, he's going to lie to you. If that man is a cheater, he's going to cheat to you. Hence, Cardi B and Offset. So a lot of Hispanic women feel like they're better because they're getting chosen, but ain't no fucking prize. Sorry to tell y'all. Ain't no fucking prize. And I'm not going to make this black man thing, but ain't no prize. They don't change. It's different if they change for you. So it's like when a lot of the Spanish girls think they better because black men are choosing them, it's like, well, girl, okay. And what's the benefit? What's the benefit? What's the benefit? So I just think that's one of the reasons why the black girls have a issue with the Hispanic girls because of the superiority complex they have. Now, I think Hispanic girls have a problem with the black girls because they perceive us to be ghetto. They perceive us to be like useless. And I'm not sure because again, I haven't grown up Spanish and I grew up with Spanish friends. But I feel like Hispanic girls and black girls don't have no big difference outside of probably Hispanic girls being more cultured in regards to knowing how to take care of a man. I would give them that. Them girls gonna cook, chill. Them girls gonna cook. We may put up a fight with the nigga, but those girls, they know how to take care of a man in a sense of them appeasing to that man. we gonna put up a fight because we like, bitch, you gotta earn certain things. For them, they'll play the game. You understand? So I think Hispanic women also feels that black women are jealous of them. Um, and rightfully so, and could be so. They could not be lying. There probably are black women that are jealous of Hispanic women. Um, so I think that's in the diaspora why we bump heads. But the thing about it is, as I think about it, there's a lot of similarities. You know, black women have to Hispanic women. We're very similar. You understand? And towards the end of the show, I'm going to talk more about like what I like about Hispanic women. But and now I'm gonna tap into another part of the diaspora, the beef between African women and African American women. Oh my God, there is a real beef between African American women and African women. That's real. Don't act like it ain't real. It is real, and I think that it's the same fucking thing. Like African women feel superior to African American women. Everybody feels fucking superior to African American women. And I never understood that shit. And I'm going to tap more into that too because I feel like African American women are the standard. Like when you come to America, we are the standard. You understand? So I never understood why all the diasporas of women had beef with African American women. But I got beef with African American women too because a lot of y'all don't know y'all fucking worth. But anyways, um African woman, I think, just feels that African American women don't do enough as being women. I think, you know. Let me tell y'all something real quick. So I've dated a lot of African men in my life, and they used to be my favorite men. Not no more. I like the Caribbean man, and the man that are in the Caribbean. But anyways, besides the point. But I think that I dated a lot of African men back in high school and when I was a little younger. And I tell you what, some of the African men I dated was very nice to me, and they really treated me like a queen. And I think also a lot of things that African women don't like is that African men look at us as being exotic too. But anyways, um every time an African man would take me around like African women or like I'll go to an African restaurant, it happened to me a lot, especially when I go to African restaurants. The women will give that man a dead stare. Let me tell you something about African women. They don't want to share their men. African women want African men to stay with them. And me, I know why y'all like that. I don't know why y'all like that. Share them, I know. But anyways, they don't want to share their men. They don't want to share their men with black American women. Well, anybody anyway, but I'm speaking about black American. They don't want to share their men. Like they gave me death stares. They were angry about it. They did not like that this man was with an African American female. And I never understood that. Maybe y'all could tap in the comments and let me know that. So I feel like African women have beef with African American women because they look at us as being dirty, like less than them. They probably look at us like we don't do much. I don't know. We're uncultured, and it's fucking weird. Now, I think African American women have a problem with African women because of that idea, because of African women feeling like they're better than us, and we just like, bro, we're the standard. Like we paved the way for y'all. Like y'all come here and be able to get treated the way y'all getting treated from other type of men or other races of men because we made it to be like that. You feel me? So it's like, yo, put some fucking respect on our name. You understand? So I don't understand that beef neither because when you go on a fucking paper for a house, for employment, for anything, there is no part of that paper that say African, like the countries of Africa, like I'm talking about in the U.S. though. There's no part of that paper that says, "Well, mark what part of Africa you from," or mark if you African American or you just straight African. I never understood that. It's gonna say Hispanic. Yes, they're gonna differentiate the Hispanic part, but if you're African, you're definitely circling African American. So I never understood the beef that African women had with us because y'all here have to identify as African American. So y'all technically are African American. So what's the differentiation? And if y'all going to bring up, oh God, if y'all going to bring up that African booty scratcher shit, could first of all, sidebar, y'all niggas every time African American people try to tap into like their roots or tap into like Africa now, y'all like to bring up this whole we was booty scratchers to y'all. And I let it rock for a little minute because I wanted y'all to like get over that at a point like, yo bro, they're going to retire this whole idea of holding us to the African beauty scratcher shit, but y'all still big ages, y'all are big minds, still bringing that up. So let me clarify that for the Black Americans. The only reason we called y'all African booty scratchers was because in high school or in middle school or elementary school, our love language as African American people is to cut ass. We are straight jokesters. We joke on ourselves. You should hear what we call ourselves. Okay? Every time you sit down in that classroom and it's little boys, and then it's like Black Americans, the problem Black Americans have with African women is that fact, like just feeling as if they're superior as well. And it's like, well, girl, you ain't no different. You know what I'm saying? And though I understand the frustration from Black Americans with Africans coming here and feeling that like they're better, I do feel like maybe we weren't very accepting, or Black American women aren't really um accepting of African women. I can't really speak in that aspect because I've never spoken to an African girl to see like, well, why do African women feel as if they're, they really don't like Black American. And all I could sum it up to is a superiority complex, like just feeling like they're better as well. And it's like, yes, like a lot of Africans come to America and thrive, you understand, and go further. But I feel like everybody across the diaspora don't understand a lot of the struggles Black Americans go through here. Like they come here and they presume that we have it easy, and mentally we don't. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, we went through a lot of the Jim Crow. Mentally, we went through a lot of, you know what I'm saying, things outside of just slavery. There still was a discrimination period. So a lot of people don't have grace when it comes to Black American women. Now, the beef with and Caribbean women and Black American women is that I think it's the same thing, but Black American women feel as if Caribbean women attitudes, you know what I'm saying? They always have an attitude, and I feel like Caribbean women just feel like Black American women are lazy. I know this because I lived in a Caribbean household. Let me tell y'all, I used to get cussed so bad. Okay? Like me auntie used to say, y'all Black Americans are lazy. Y'all Black Americans don't like get up. Y'all Black Americans don't like work. Y'all Black Americans don't like clean. Everything Black American, you know what I'm saying? So everything for them was, oh, you Black American, you're lazy, you're dirty, you're nasty. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's so crazy? I've been to the Caribbean and they've told me that. Like, when we hear stories about Black American women, like the stories is usually like they're don't mess with a Black American woman, like they're dirty, they da. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They came over here and perceived all Black American women to just be just filth. I swear to God, you know how much stories I've heard in different countries, like, yo, every time I hear about a American girl, it's like, yeah, I don't like bed. And I'm like, what? How we don't like bed? How we get in the same category as the how? They be like, yo, every time we hear about Black Americans, y'all don't do this, y'all don't do that. And it's disgusting because again, people are misjudging based off their one experience or what they've learned. But I'm gonna get in Black American woman ass in a minute. But I just feel like Caribbean feel like, again, I just think that all women across the diaspora just have this superiority complex against Black American women. But it's like, you guys are coming from over there over here. We still had to settle in and make this place that's technically wasn't our home. and we had to adapt to certain things, and there always was some kind of discriminatory rule or law against us. You understand? And yes, there's the ghettos. There's it's hard to live in these other countries because it may be considered third world or poor. But I feel like a lot of people across the diaspora don't look at it as we all have different struggles. You understand what I'm saying? So I think Black American um beef with Caribbean women is that kind of thing. Like, y'all are coming here thinking y'all better. Go back to your fucking country. Like, you feel me? Like, y'all are not better. You understand? Um, and then just to sum it up, the Black American beef has always been the weirdest thing. I just think that Black American women, we have to clean up a little bit. We have to clean up a little bit. And the women in the South are doing a thing. Shout out to the women in the South. But the women up north, we really had it hard systematically. And, it's just a lot. You feel me? And I feel like Black American women, we haven't recovered from a lot of the trauma we've endured from Black men, and also the system, and also the Jim Crow laws, and also things of that nature. So a lot of things we're not privy to, or we don't take seriously, like the other women across the diaspora and the way they were raised. You understand? So I think that's just something that we are in the US considered the standard. You understand? We are the standard. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we need to represent ourselves a little bit better, for real. Because if you do a survey, Caribbean women and African women do, make up most of, like, you know the women that are educating themselves, the women that are doing the businesses, the women that are, you know what I'm saying, taking a risk to be better. You understand? And don't quote me, because I don't know statistically what it is, but it's just seeming so. But the shit is so weird, and I just want to give everybody their flowers. You understand? Like, women, all the women across the diaspora are dope. All the women across the diaspora are beautiful. And I'm gonna start off with Hispanic. I love Hispanic women because one thing they don't play about is their physique. I've learned so much from Spanish women in regards to being feminine. You understand? A Spanish girl is on TikTok talking about fajas. I'm tapped in as if I speak Spanish. If a Spanish girl is talking about this is how they, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to physical physique, these women, you know what I'm saying, are very, very, very conscious of how they look physically. And they understand what it means to just be enticing to a man. You understand? So I love that about Hispanic women. One thing I love about African women is they take care of the home. They start from 1 and 2. They know how to be housewives. And a lot of women, want to subscribe to that kind of lifestyle. And it's like, look at what they're doing. And a lot of the times, these African women, some of them will have a lot of kids and still know how to keep the household together. And one thing I loved about a lot of African men is they really take pride in their moms. They love their mothers, and it's because the mothers know how to be nurturing. Even if they weren't enduring the best from the father, they know how to cook, clean, take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to household and morals, African women got it hands down. Now, Caribbean women, what I love about Caribbean women is their strength. You understand? Caribbean women are very, very strong. My aunt and my granny they are my idols. They are so strong. They endure a lot, and still to this day are able to make it shake and move. They are shake and movers. Caribbean women are shake and movers. They are getter doners. They are going to work them 2-3 jobs and bust their ass for what they want. They are get it doners. And you know what I'm saying? I applaud that with Caribbean women, because they don't play. You understand? Now, one thing I always love about Black American women is the swag, baby. If you look at just Black American entertainers like Beyonce, Black American influence like Jada Waiter, Dez, they are the fucking standard and the best. And the best. You understand? So Black American women, we have that swag about us. And that's why I want us to do a little bit better, because we are the fucking standard. We are the standard, hands down. And if we understood our worth a little bit more, we'll be able to dominate as well. But the thing about it is, which is so weird, it should never be about dominating and who's better and who's not, because the only difference of the women in throughout the diaspora is where the boat landed, where the boat stopped. We all have roots in Africa. Okay? The boat neither stopped in Jamaica or anywhere around the Caribbean. The boat neither stopped where Spaniard um uh colonized the fucking country, and you just black and you speak Spanish. Um you neither a first generation African, or your family came here and settled from Africa, and you're now here. It's like the boats, it's where the boat stopped or didn't collect. That's the only thing that separates us. We're technically all sisters. Word. We're technically all sisters. We all are fucking sisters, and it's sad because we came together and just like a group of all of us and just had some kind of sisterhood, bro. It would be beautiful. I've seen this amongst the men, like Hispanic men and black men and Caribbean men could come together, but when it comes to the women, we just cannot do it. It's so fucking catty, and I swear to God, I feel like it's behind the men. It's behind the men. Like, we are fighting a war that we should not be fighting. We need to love ourselves a little bit more. We are fucking technically sisters, bro. We're sisters. So it's just catty. It's just dumb. You understand? And I really just don't understand the beef at all, bro. I really be so flabbergasted and bothered about the beef. Like, we all have um different qualities about ourselves that make us so individual and beautiful. You understand? It's just stupid. It's dumb. It's all a superior complex. Like, women just have this way of wanting to be better, and then the beef be within ourselves too. Then that's another different story. But all right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this topic. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like. And y'all just let me know how y'all feel. Y'all could add more in the comments. I would love for people to add more in the comments if I missed anything in regards to the beef. Outside of that, Magancia, I'm out.